Well, hello there, my friends. Chris Marcus here with you for Arcadia Economics. And today, a quick video about the SLV Silver Trust, which I've talked about quite a bit on the show. Just posted a video about a roundtable we did last night where three people that I would consider expert witnesses that I would bring to court to testify shared their concerns. Although rather than guessing, I called iShares today and spoke with someone to find out what is the procedure, some of the main questions I get, find out more about the audit. They mentioned that when shares are added, that metal is deposited that day, is what I was told. And I asked more about that process. So again, to be clear, they were not saying if we add 10 million shares today, they work the order, it goes over the next month. So, and I repeated it clearly to make sure my understanding was correct. And she said it was added. So I said 110 million ounces was added to the trust last week in the last 3 days. She said that is what the procedure would have put in place. So in terms of who actually does that is the custodian, which is JP Morgan, who again, won't dwell on, but they did just get fined $920 million by the Department of Justice for rigging the gold and silver markets on hundreds of thousands of occasions. There is a couple Brinks vaults. I was not clear if there are additional vaults to Brinks, but then my next question was about the audit procedure. If there was an audit, because I was going through the prospectus and I was finding things but couldn't find it, so was asking where I could find the audit. The representative from iShares was very nice and polite and helpful. She was struggling to find it. It is not available on the website. And she did put me on hold and speak to someone who I guess pointed out a document that is in there. I'll put the link in the description field below so you can see it for yourself. She sent what is called an inspection of silver bullion by Bureau Veritas. I have seen them before. So I don't, once or twice before. I'm not familiar, but I'll just have seen them. And so this is a pleasure. We submit a report covering our counts for record date of February 7th. Audit took place between the 10th of March last year and March 6th. Here shows where the metal is stored. But what struck me as unusual, and perhaps I will not draw a conclusion here, but just to me seems worthy of further investigation, is the date that this letter is stamped, because as soon as I saw March 20th, 2020, it was within a second. It reminded me of, well, what happened last year, March 23rd and 24th was when the EFP market broke. And Craig Hemke has an article here. I'll put this link in the description field below as well. But I was thinking, gee, that would have been, so the audit was 3 days before that. And I was thinking, because, try not to imagine things that aren't there, but I think people who have been on Wall Street for a while know that there's often news slipped in late Friday afternoon that, when you don't want someone to find something or someone to notice something. That's, people who've traded know that's, whether you agree with it or not, people think that. I've heard that throughout the years. And I look at the calendar, and I don't know if my face is covering, but you can look up at home for yourself. Sure enough, March 20th is a Friday. And the other reason that I remember that is that March 23rd was the day that the Federal Reserve went to unlimited quantitative easing. Keep in mind, February 5th or March 15th, about a week earlier, that was the Sunday night announcement when the Fed started quantitative easing. And then the 23rd is when they went to unlimited quantitative easing. And the last time that anyone, aside from JP Morgan, is able to verify what was in the Silver Trust is 3 days before March 23rd.